we lost a Hollywood treasure, an icon. We
So
just
sad.
learned today that Shelley Duvall has passed away.
It's a real bummer. She lived a long life and a very, very talented actress.
Yeah, definitely. It seems to be that there are rare, when you look back through Hollywood and history of just icons, you don't really know they're an icon at the time. And I feel like there aren't a lot of people nowadays that are allowed to be different in Hollywood. Everybody's starting, even man or woman, starting to look the same. And there aren't very many people that stand out, like
And she
Shelley
definitely
Duvall
did.
did. Very talented.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we will miss her. Well, Mike, let's go ahead and get to some blind items before we get depressed.
Let's do it. Let's make ourselves depressed about other things like
Great. Yeah, I was going to say all these blind items that are going to uplift everyone with their positive message.
We'll start with this one. Now that the longtime manager is gone, the permanent A-list singer is not allowed to go live or actually speak ever on social media.
Well, that's an easy one.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, is it Cade Hudson and Britney?
Britney Spears.
And there's a couple parts to this one. This is
Okay.
blind item number 1. You guys nailed the easy part. Yes, indeed. Well, I guess both of them are going to be easy, but I'm just going to follow up with this after this one. According to the blind items, Kate Hudson is gone, and as a result, she is not allowed to go live on social media anymore or speak. So everything we're seeing from her will just be
Twirling
videos or knife videos, but nothing ever live.
But who says who?
This blind item.
No. I know the blinds, but I'm saying in terms of who's telling her no.
Well, maybe you're going to find out with this blind item.
Oh.
Look at you doing the work.
The sibling of this permanent A-list singer has one goal in mind, and that is to get his sibling or his sister to perform once again with either him or his buddy as her new manager.
This better not be true.
As the manager.
As the new manager,
Okay.
yes.
So that's Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So according to both of these blind items, it sounds like Kate is out. Brian, who we just found out Britney is moving in with, or has moved in with Britney, is maybe trying to slide in there, take control of some things, and maybe ultimately try to get her back to performing. And then maybe he can see some of the benefits of it.
I don't know about this blind, because part of me wants to believe, and maybe it's just that I want to keep hope alive, that he has her best interest at heart. Of the family members that have been surrounding her, he seems to be the most solid-footed.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of was hoping, okay, now that he's moved in with her and kicked out Paul Solis and, is giving her some foundation that she, a person she can trust. Because let's be clear, with Britney Spears, there's very few people she will trust anymore. And Brian was one of the last few people. And so I was kind of hoping he would brush out some of the cobwebs.
He'd step in, yeah.
And but I hope it's not for the sole purpose of trying to make money off of her, because I know he was involved in the conservatorship before,
right?
Because I can hear the comments. But I was kind of hoping maybe he could do some good by her.
Yeah, and I think that his involvement, it's hard to remember, in her book, what she said about that. I think it was at the beginning. A lot of it was at the beginning and not so much when it turned dark.
You're saying Brian's involvement?
Right. Maybe they were all sort of in a weird trance as far as what they should do.
Well, it
with
was
her
a
and how they
family
should
affair.
manage
And
her.
in the beginning, they were all involved, and that was totally understandable. And I don't even begrudge Jamie Lynn. She was a child. She was literally grown up in this bizarre family, just like Britney was, just like Brian was. So I'm a little hesitant to go after the siblings, because now they're adults, and so they can be held accountable for their actions. But you kind of understand that this was a family machine for so long. So hopefully he's willing to provide some support, and maybe a direct link to the rest of the family at some point, should they choose to, do right by her again.
That's true. Yeah, I'm on the fence with Lynn. It's always back and forth with her. Is she good for her? Is she not good for her? As long as we keep her dad away.
Look, if Britney is good for her, meaning if Britney is good to herself, then she'll be able to have a relationship with all sorts of people, because we all have complicated relationships with people in our lives. And if we're healthy and if we're taking care of ourselves, you can establish the appropriate boundaries and now look, it's a little harder with your parents because there's probably some therapy you need to work through. But once she's able to get good with that, you'd think she'd be able to have some kind of relationship with her mom and dad, right?
Yeah. And I really do think it was necessary. Not that we know all the details with Paul Solis. He didn't seem like somebody that would be good for her. And we've seen this in the past where she
he's
attaches
a stranger,
also a deadbeat dad, and a convicted felon. So those three things right there, if your daughter was dating someone like that, wouldn't you want your son to step in and go, hey, let's rethink this a little bit, So I'm glad that maybe he talked some sense into her. So I see it as a positive thing. Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's look at it that way and not the negative way the blind items.
Yeah, see, there's always a silver lining in all the darkness, Mike.
There is.
Even though you're the bearer of the darkness. But you have such a bright smile.
The Dark Lord.
He is the Dark Lord. Where's your hood?
It's his headphones.
I just see him with like a big, what was in Christmas
Emperor
Carol?
Palpatine?
No, the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Oh.
Christmas Future.
Yeah. The Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper. Yeah, I can pull that off for sure. Let's see if we can get grim with this one here as we move on. Actually, we kind of will. A decade ago, this A-list actor/singer fired one of his friends who gave him some, quote, special medicine. Funny how the same thing has recently happened, and that could explain some things. So a decade ago, this A-list singer and actor fired one of his friends who gave him a, quote, special medicine. Funny how the same thing recently happened and could have explained some things.
Justin Timberlake.
No.
Oh, you
okay.
whispered that. What did you say? Say
Justin.
it out loud. Justin Bieber?
Timberlake.
He said Timberlake.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, okay, maybe he means, because he's an actor and a singer, and maybe he meant that somebody slipped him a Mickey.
Let me just say, this is an A-list actor and an A-list singer. This isn't a Justin Timberlake A-list singer and
sometimes
C-list actor.
But some also, this is a person we've probably talked about being a little complicated lately or difficult.
Or had something that left more questions than answers.
Joe Biden?
Oh my God, stop with that.
Joe. Oh, no.
Okay. Is this a man?
This is a man.
Okay.
Baby, yeah.
This should be so obvious. It's an A-list actor singer.
A-list actor singer won the top awards for both categories.
Oh God.
And
Jared Leto?
Nope. Let me read it again here for you. A decade ago, this A-list actor/singer fired one of his friends who gave him some, quote, special medicine. Funny how the same thing recently happened, and that could explain some things.
Okay.
By explain some things, maybe
erratic behavior?
Less that.
You said erratic behavior. I was like,
more of
arachnid behavior.
More of just issue that popped up than actual like behavior.
Was he caught with his pants down?
Oh no.
Okay.
Wandering Wiener.
Whoa. That's the name of my band. Let's see.
That's just my name.
Joaquin Phoenix. I'm just going to throw it out there.
You're just picking like
sing.
rando.
No, that wasn't.
He sings. He's a great singer.
No, I'm saying that
this person shares something in common with Joaquin Phoenix, is that I believe Joaquin is also a Oscar and a Grammy winner.
Yeah. Okay.
This individual is an Oscar and a Grammy winner.
So you're saying it was a good guess?
It was a very good guess.
Okay.
Yes. Nicely done. Nice guess. Just gave you a ding for a good guess. Now
Thank
I'm getting
you.
a little
now let's
too
get
easy
serious.
with the bell here.
let's find the answers.
Russell Crowe. Oh, he was not good in Les Mis. Never mind.
No.
Ooh. Was he in a musical movie?
Yep.
Is it Ryan
movie.
Gosling?
The musical movie is the one he won an Oscar for.
Ewan McGregor?
Oh. Yes.
She got
Ray.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and of course that is
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx. Good
Okay.
answer.
A
Good
decade
answer.
ago, Jamie Foxx fired one of his friends who gave him a, quote, special medicine. Funny. Sounds like the same thing recently happened, and that could explain some things. There was a story not too long ago that he fired, I believe it was a bodyguard or somebody close to him,
Okay.
and he blamed it on, I don't remember exactly what it was blamed on, but the blind items are leading us to believe maybe he was delivered something that he shouldn't have been delivered.
Like,
or-
here's an energy drink. It also has heroin in it.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, and maybe that led to the fact that we've had a very mysterious illness last year that we've
Okay.
still heard very little about. So
Mhm.
I don't know. That's where the blind items
blinds,
are going with
how
it.
you bedevil us.
Mhm.
You know who knows the real answer? Cameron Diaz.
True.
Because she was in that movie with him that never took off.
You
They
know
never
who else
finished.
knows the answer?
Who?
Jesus.
Jesus.
He knows
This
the
is
answer
true.
to all of these blinds. So if you're listening, Jesus, drop one in the comments.
I hope you're doing something more important than this.
I mean, by evidenced by the world we're living in currently, no. I think Jesus is a
Jesus
big fan
is
of our
listening to
show.
Blind Eye.
Evidence, just look, open a window,
Oh,
Dawn. He's a
no.
great fan.
Okay.
Let's move on before
so
the lightning
dark.
bolt strikes us all. We'll go on to this next one. This A-list comedian went the surprise route with a recent life event, mostly because he's hoping those who support his ex won't have time to remind everybody about the timeline issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said yep, like we should know.
Oh, the way you said okay
Yeah.
is like you should have, like you knew.
Well,
It's like on the tip of our tongues
it's not
because
Jerry Seinfeld.
A-list comedian and there
This-
was a life event and there was
John
something.
Mulaney.
Good answer.
This A-list comedian went the surprise route with a recent life event, getting married to Olivia Munn,
Yep.
mostly because he's hoping those who support his ex don't have time to
Do the
remind
math.
everybody about the timeline issues.
Yeah.
Which we have talked about in the past.
We
right?
definitely have talked about those in the blinds in the past, and basically everywhere else it's been talked about in
Yeah.
the past. So,
Yeah.
including her memoir.
Yeah. And he has acknowledged it in his comedy routine
Yeah.
for sure, too.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean-
you know. Well.
Well.
He sure is funny. I went to his show a couple of years ago, and I was thinking, since we did realize that he had to go to rehab, and we learned that he was on drugs for such a long time in his career, where he was so quick and funny. I was a little worried he wouldn't be able to still do that, not
Sure.
on drugs, and he was still just as funny.
Yeah, that's.
So-
I mean, as a person who has dealt with addiction in my own life,
Mhm.
that is a huge. Anytime you're a creative person, that's part of the thing that keeps you from thinking you need to get sober.
Right.
Like, oh, what if it changes me?
Yeah.
What if I won't be funny anymore? What if I won't be able to do what I did? Spoiler alert: you'll be able to do it better
That's right.
because you're sober.
Great.
let's keep doing some blind items here. Rolling on today. You guys are crushing it. I'm very proud of both of
Oh,
you.
thanks.
So far, don't
Yeah.
jinx it.
Well, we'll see. In
We
case
don't need somebody else showing up in the comments.
In case we need more proof that it's a match made in hell, this B-plus list actress is clearly taking advice from her higher on the list boyfriend or spouse or significant other, or is it baby daddy, whatever they are. So let me go ahead and read this one more
I need the
time.
beginning again.
In case we need more proof that this is a match made in hell, this B-plus list actress is clearly taking advice from her higher on the list boyfriend, or is it spouse, or significant other, or just baby daddy, whatever they are.
Wow.
So we've got an B-plus list actress taking some advice from her higher on the list significant other, whatever they might be.
Okay.
So, like,
Taking
career
some
advice?
Yes, but again, remember the first part in case we need more proof that it's a match made in hell. So the line item is saying it's
like
not some great advice.
Mm.
Match made in hell, meaning not their match, but like she's got a like co-star or something.
Meaning they're both terrible.
So the B-plus list actor and the significant other.
Yep.
Oh,
Megan
Who's-
Fox and Machine Gun Kelly?
Nope.
Okay. I don't even know if they're together.
I don't think they do.
Okay. Okay. They're both terrible.
Blast from the past.
This B-plus list actress
Why did
is
I just say
taking.
blast
I have
from the
no
past?
idea.
Oh, you know why? Because I write down letters of
Oh,
your descriptors, and I interpreted B-plus list as
oh.
Blast from them.
Nope. This is not actually, this is the opposite of a blast from the past. This is probably somebody who's going to be higher on the list as the years go on.
Oh.
So it's a B+ list actress, clearly taking advice from her higher on the list boyfriend or maybe spouse or significant other or baby daddy, whatever they are.
It's not Sydney Sweeney.
I was
not
just thinking that.
Glenn Powell.
Nope.
Okay.
Paul Mescal.
He's definitely going to be more.
Barry Keoghan and Sabrina Carpenter.
Hey. No.
Oh.
You did me dirty.
Sorry, I haven't done that in a while. It was nice. Felt good.
Well,
It's been a while.
Lord of Darkness.
We're going to get you.
You're not quite evil. You're just.
We're going to get you the outfit
today.
for Halloween. You're going to be wearing that Grim Reaper outfit.
You got it.
Oh.
You are better. You're going to get the actor quicker than you'll get the actress.
Because he's higher on the list.
He's higher on the list, yes.
Okay, Brad Pitt and his girlfriend.
Higher on the list. Do we have a letter?
There's no letter grade given on this one. He's a B. He's an A. I think he's used to be a slightly higher, but he's an A to A- list actor now.
Okay.
And some of the reason why he's not higher is because of
his relationship.
The fact, not the relationship specifically, but just his relationship with other human beings.
Oh, he's a
Hugh Grant.
A-hole, B-hole, C-hole. Alec Baldwin. Okay.
And they don't.
In case, let me remind everyone playing along exactly what this blind item is. In case we need more proof that it's a match made in hell, this B+ list actress is clearly taking advice from her higher on the list boyfriend or spouse or significant other or just baby daddy, whatever they are.
Are they? Is there a huge age gap?
Not huge.
Okay, so it's not one of those people like Al Pacino.
No.
Okay.
I'm thinking they're I can actually tell you. 8-year age gap.
Oh.
8-year age gap.
Knows.
No age gap.
All right.
He's higher on the list. He's a movie actor.
He is a movie actor.
Mostly.
They're both mostly movie actors.
Both of them.
Yep. Although she did something prior.
Was he in something recently or in something currently?
He's been in things recently. His biggest roles were 15-ish years ago when he was less of a A-hole, B-hole, C-hole, I think you call him.
Yeah, that's one of my mom's
He's
phrases.
not a Chris.
Not a Chris. Say you were really close with your first guess. If you remember, Dawn, your first guess. He has a tie to one of the people you guessed.
Do you remember?
No.
Your first guess was Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Oh, okay.
This individual has a tie to Megan.
Brian Austin Green and
not a
Tobey Maguire?
Not a romantic tie.
Michael Bay.
They shared. Well,
I don't know.
Close.
Oh, really?
They shared their biggest role. They shared their biggest role together.
Oh,
and it has to do with the man you just said.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf and Mia Goth.
There you
got there.
Oh my God.
You guys
Get her
it.
away from him.
Well,
oh my God.
Who's Mia Goth again?
She's great. She's in all the X movies like Maxine and X.
Let me tell you how great she's is. In case we needed more proof that it's a match made in hell, Mia Goth is clearly taking advice from her higher on the list boyfriend, spouse, significant other, baby daddy, Shia LaBeouf, or whatever they are. You may have seen. She is being sued by an extra for kicking him in the head and saying, nobody will believe you because you are nothing.
Oh, my God. I think I know what set this was on.
This is from Maxine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, there's a lot of blood and guts and mayhem and death. And so this guy had to lay in all this fake blood and it was cold outside and she just stepped over his body and he was not having a good time.
He was playing a corpse.
Yeah.
And apparently
he's suing her.
He is suing her.
Wow.
And the movie just dropped last week or a week ago or whatever, but he is suing her and quote, according to his, again, we don't know what happened, but we know that he is alleging that she said, nobody will believe you that I did this to you because you are nothing.
And the blind is suggesting she's taking notes from Mr. Terrible.
Exactly.
Well, let's hope that's not true. Don't be terrible, kids.
And I don't know.
Stay in school and don't do drugs.
And the blind item is alluding to what we don't really know about the relationship because I guess they reportedly got married in 2016 by a preacher man who looks like Elvis. That is from a song, and that is actually true. He looked like Elvis. Then they found out that they annulled it the next week. Then later on, they decided they did actually get married.
Okay.
And
so they're
then
a healthy, happy couple.
No. Then they separated. Then they announced they were getting divorced. Then they said they're not getting divorced, and actually they're having a child. That's all been in the last 7 years.
Wow.
So I don't know really what they are. I don't know if they know what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, she was like by his side the whole time that people were alleging, how we heard all the things about him from previous relationships. That young lady that is a singer in England. She had a lot of things to say about Shia LaBeouf and how abusive he was.
Mhm.
Robert Pattinson used to date her, and her name's escaping me right now. But yeah, all during that, it was like everybody was like, ooh, Shia LaBeouf is really a bad, bad guy. And then you have Mia Goth that's like, yeah, he's my boyfriend. And it's like, what? Okay.
FK Twigs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was some real, real bad stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
really.
And I
yes.
believe her.
So that maybe gives us an indication of, why she stayed with him.
Okay.
So there you go.
She's
You
got
guys,
her own issues to deal with.
you guys got that one. Nicely done. That was tough.
We
for a
got
lot.
there eventually.
It's nice when we get other names in the blind items, and that is a name we haven't talked about in a while.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Can't say the same about this name. Ugh. The former late night actors, people might want to make it feel like they were in a relationship for a year, but that's a complete lie. He's been dating many other women at the same time.
Former late night actor. Oh, is that Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
Didn't he just break up allegedly, supposedly with
He
someone?
just broke up with Maddie, and according to the blind items, it's being portrayed like they had been dating for a year, but that's definitely not the case.
Okay. I don't even know who that is.
Maddie, what is it? Klein, I think is her name.
Yeah.
She was the one that was
I
in
didn't even know they
the.
were
I think
dating.
she was in the same vehicle. She was the one in the vehicle. I think when he
I was
hit
going to
the
say,
house.
which one was in the vehicle
Yeah,
that he
I
crashed
think
into?
that
I
was.
thought that
her.
was Chase
Oh, was it?
Sweet Wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember, but I obviously he has since moved on.
She was in Stranger Things, Outer Banks. She was in Glass Onion, Knives Out. She's been in a bunch of stuff, but
Okay, so they are no
Madeline
longer,
Klein
and he's
and
going to
him
move
are
on.
no longer together. But according to this, they hadn't been exclusive for quite some
Don't
time.
believe tabloids.
And much like we had with the Britney one, let's do another one here that it hasn't been, or it's pretty hard to get two good shows in a row out of this former late night actor. He's been an absolute mess while performing. Apparently, your best bet is to see him earlier in the week. By the weekend, it's a complete crapshoot. And yes, we're just following up with the same former late night.
Oh, Pete Davidson.
Oh, it's Pete Davidson.
Again, yes.
I was
So like
gonna
I said,
say,
much like the Britney one, we got a couple
Uh-huh.
blinds today about that individual.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
so fill it in. Pete Davidson's a mess.
He's a mess, and apparently, if you show up on one day, if you show up earlier in the week, you got a better chance of seeing a decent comedy show. But if you show up later in the week, he's apparently hit or miss on whether or not you're going to get much of anything out of him.
I wish he had a mentor that was like, which I think there are people that have tried to step in to help him. I know that Lorne Michaels has been really supportive of him and wants him to succeed in life. And he's been so open about his mental illness. And I just wish there was an older comedian who has been through things like that can go, let me help you,
Yeah,
because it's
I bet that would help.
It's
sure.
a tough road for him. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, we can't have Robert Downey Jr. mentoring everybody, but he is a good one.
He should.
to go
True.
to.
They should just get an AI version of him that you can chat with.
that you can
Chatbot.
download. Yep.
Robert Downey chatbot.
Let's do one
I would
more
use
here
it.
to wrap things up today.
I wonder if you could just go to Chat GPT and say, like, in the style of Robert Downey Jr., give me some advice on how to deal with life.
100%.
Well, I think that's a new bit for us.
The former A-list actress was trying to get a pap to photo her new breast enhancements, but it was a non-starter. She ended
The
up
breasts or the attempt?
There's that. She ended up having to pay for his lunch just to get him to travel to Malibu for the pics.
Sydney Sweeney?
lunch.
No.
She doesn't need breast
No,
implants.
no way.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of breasts and Sydney Sweeney.
It's hard not to. Former A-list actress tried to get a pap to pay her for photos of her new breast enhancements, but that was a non-starter. Instead, she actually had to pay for his lunch to get him to travel out to Malibu.
Is this Kate Beckinsale? Okay, because oh boy.
What did you describe her as? Former A-list actress.
Former A-list actress. You could describe her as many other things, like former
Celebrity.
A-list actress, former bad A-list actress,
Oh, is it
turned
Tara
reality
Reid?
star.
Former reality star.
Turned, yes, reality star. Wants more reality shows. Wants all the reality shows.
Kim Zolciak.
Tori Spelling.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw the pictures during our week off, but yeah,
Did she get new things?
Why?
Well, they certainly aren't the old ones. That's
Well,
for
the
sure.
old
Are they
ones were
are they
globes.
really large?
I mean,
Like larger?
I
Her
was gonna-
tiny frame and those
I think they were better
boobs.
sculpted. No, actually,
better
I have no
sculpted,
idea.
maybe under the muscle.
I have no idea because I just
now
know
need to see the photos.
when we run a break, there were photos of her playing around in the beach.
Why didn't you send them to us?
Playing
I'm
around.
sorry.
Okay, I thought you were going to say playing around with her
Topless?
boobies.
Not topless, but very little of anything on.
Okay,
We are
just
going to
a
go
bandana.
Google
Basically.
Tori Spelling's boob job
Do it.
after we finish today's podcast. But in the meantime, I'd love for you guys to download wherever you get your podcasts, like and subscribe if you're listening on the radio. We do this every day at this time. And we're also on YouTube where you can see us in all of our beautiful glory. Like and subscribe there too and tell all your friends about
Blinded by the item. Bye.
Blinded by the item.